Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Hello.
episode 32 of Requiem! Woo! Great episode! Yay! We're having so much fun. Alright. So, I just noticed I forgot to change something, but we'll change it some other time. This episode we'll keep this. Let's dive right into the recap of episode 31 without further ado, because we're already a little bit late, but we might go just those little 10 minutes longer anyway. But last episode, our heroes that's a G cameo. Last episode, our heroes made it to the capital city of Nadar. They made it to From. After a less than optimal trip through the desert and being attacked by the Weaver's servants, they managed to escape. They buried the dead. They crashed the sandcutter in honor of the dead and moved on deep into the forest where they weren't chased. In there they were found actually by the people of Nadar, by the wood elves of Nadar, and taken through the Elder Route by druids transformed into giant owls, apes, and wolves. And as they reached the deepest, or one of the deepest parts, they entered the capital city of From. Buried beneath the earth, built around and through the roots of the many giant trees in the forest, the elves of Nadar made this giant cavern their home, with a crystal blue lake shining, glowing below. Our heroes entered it and immediately were guided to wily Elix, whom they were searching, the woman that had set them upon this quest in the first place. Oh, I'm echoing somewhere, I think.
Oh, I think it's.
Oh, it might be.
It's picking up your phone.
It might be trash.
Didn't even hear anything.
After finding Wiley, they were immediately guided into council with the Asterai. The Asterai being the 4 archdruids that lead the people of Nadar. They were just put on the spot instantly. Wiley was trying to use the party and use what the party went through to convince the Asterai into going into war, into helping everyone else fight the Weaver. But sadly, the council denied it, because the council believes that Nadar will survive any and all challenges, and that they should not sacrifice their own people in a war that doesn't affect them yet. After that, our heroes gathered in Wiley's house. They learned of a few things. They learned firstly that their journey was part of Wiley's plan. They learned that Wiley used the Grand Arcanist as bait for 2 things. The number one thing being our heroes meeting Agnar, Dragonsbane, father of Aiden, the one that they were trying to save in the first place. And that the Grand Arcanist was also bait to see if the Asterai, the Council of Archdruids, would indeed go to war, since the Arcanist holds great power, is capable of a great deal. But what I believe was apparently the most important discovery of that day was that Wiley was pregnant with with Aiden's baby.
That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely the single most important thing. And so, still, at night, our heroes find themselves in essentially a dining room with Agnar Dragonsbane and Wily still about to go to rest. Wily addresses all of you. Well, I suppose maybe it would be best if you all got some rest. Tomorrow we will discuss strategy. But before that, I believe I haven't properly introduced myself to the champion of APEC that is with us, or I should say, Dalgar. I'm Wily Alex. It is a pleasure to be in the presence of one such as I, in a way. And she bows to you, Asdral.
One such as me. Well, that's more of a pleasure to me. And he also bows his head.
I feel like the world needs people like us now more than ever.
I'm
Still,
sorry, like us?
people of faith.
Who do you plead allegiance to?
The same as your friend, Meodrif.
You're in good hands then.
I am
Who?
in good hands. Don't you disrespect our patroness like that, Violet.
I didn't do that.
You are in her home, after all. But before I go, don't take this as a sign that I don't trust you. But Hasdral and Vesper, are you two all right?
Quite bluntly, no.
Hajral looks at Vesper like in a kind of nervous way, as in like, you weren't supposed to say that.
We obviously have talked about his influence on you and what he's trying to do with the two of you, but I need to be sure that you can take it, that you can bear this for now.
Vesper will kind of like look down and be like, I lost a very good friend. And I intend to take my revenge.
That's my woman.
Hot day!
The kid! He's getting him!
There's
Who
like a
let him
window
into
we
the
just
room,
walked
dude?
outside.
I gotta get rid of that stupid servant. Hiring
He's been
kids.
following us this whole time.
What a stalker! Oh my gosh.
That's how I kept tabs on all of you.
No.
Well, if you are so sure then. Right. Well, I have to leave. Is there anything that you wish to get done overnight?
There are a couple of things. We want to shop a little bit to resupply.
We'll handle that tomorrow.
And also, I don't know if you're able to do that tomorrow or today. As Vesper said, we lost someone dear to us, and I take hers mace. It's a mace.
It's a mace.
This thing has some kind of a magical aura.
She'll grab
I
it.
would like to transfer this magical aura to some kind of a weapon for me.
I would assume something for your fists.
Yeah.
Very well. I can get people working on it overnight. Is there anyone else who needs something worked on overnight?
Is it possible to add a silver spike on it?
I believe that knowing your enemy, I was already going to take the liberty to ask for that, yes.
Nice.
Gotta love Wiley.
Perhaps, Vesper, would you like a silver attachment to your weapon as well?
Would be very useful.
A blade or a spike?
With a blade.
Well, then please, if you could hand them over to me. Do you want it on both or just one?
Both.
Take it all.
I'm gonna
And-
dual wield.
you'll hand both quarterstaffs to her. And Wiley turns to you, Haj. Your harpoon. It won't need the silver.
Of course. And it couldn't be meddled with anyway. But I appreciate it nonetheless.
You will do just fine.
What about me? Can I have my voice be silver?
Emily, I believe your voice is more than silver already.
Ah, thank you. And she
But-
blushes.
If you want your loot to have silver on it so that you can whack the werewolf with it, you can too.
I just want to see that.
No, because I need it today.
All right. Very well.
That would probably ruin the acoustics as well, right, Emily?
Very likely.
All right. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. Agnar? And Agnar kind of, he gets up, still a little bit in shock that he's his granddad. And he goes, right, Velox Mors, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I won't fight with you because I can't be here. It was already a risk that they saw me. If they know I'm with you, I will be another target because I know the song too. I need to be.
It would be useful to have another target.
Maybe, but it is also a risk. And while they might still underestimate you, if I'm here, they'll send more.
Right.
But I'll leave you in Wiley's more than capable hands. If there's anyone that can keep up with you and with them, it's her.
I'll
Agnar.
keep my mind closed.
Agnar,
Thank you.
will you have any way to contact us?
Not really. Usually it's people that contact me.
Hmm.
But it appears to be dangerous to do that right now. So don't forget that. When you speak mentally to someone, there might be someone else listening in.
Okay. I'll take note of that. I wasn't aware, but now that you mention it, maybe it is a risk.
Yeah. I hope that nothing comes out of using those spells, but one can never be too sure.
Agnar,
Yes.
thank you for your help. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Well, thank you for giving me hope that my son will be all right.
He will be.
Well, Agnar, if push comes to shove, if you happen to hear my voice in your head, that's because it is urgent. And don't get scared about it.
I'll be there as soon as I can, if that is the case.
Thank you, Agnar. And please, and he, Hajdral, like puts his hand on his shoulder and kind of squeezes a little. Be safe.
You too, Velox Mors.
Emily hugs him.
Oh.
All right, the Emily. That was quite the hug.
Keep practicing. You're gonna
not-
have a little one to hug.
Right. I was gonna say maybe I should practice my humor instead. Or I'll just leave you. Goodbye.
Haj lets a little smirk. He pets his back a little, like softly.
And he leaves along with Wiley. And Thurryhad waits a moment as he's like eating a few loaves of bread at the same time. Then he looks around. Oh, good night.
They went that way.
And he leaves on. And you see him now, like, he has to pull up his waistcloth and his belt because it's a little bit, too large for him. He is like a third, maybe a fourth of what he was when he fought you. And it is a little bit saddening, but also heartening to see. Because the man that you see in front of you is not at all the monster that you fought. Seems to be a kind-hearted, gentle soul. That follows Wiley along everywhere now. And
like a puppy.
He's gonna go after her just now. Either way, the night is yours. There is a room. There's a room set up for you guys here. So whatever you want to do before bed or in bed. Remember, we don't need to roleplay that.
It's a quick time event.
Like in God of War. Like in God of War.
Circle.
Oh yeah.
Well, the night is yours, my friends. What do you wish to do?
Fellow party and DM, I would like to request a moment for my chance at reducing 2 points or more. I'll make him immune. I'm joking, but like reducing any points of his sanity from Haj.
All right, let's do that. So, well, if that is the case, how do you set up this moment first?
Okay, so, is there like any water?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Okay. So Emily's gonna approach Haj. Be like, Haj, can we sit down for a little bit?
Haj was like wandering off for a little, like how do you say, disassociating. But then Emily catches his attention and he's oh, sure, Emily.
Do you still have the statue that I made you?
He takes it out of the bag.
All right. I'm gonna say that I would lead Haj to like a more private area in that room, but it's okay if the other two are there. I just want them to be a little bit to the side.
We're just making out.
Oh my god, gross. I'm gonna ask you this, Emily. Would you rather this be kind of? Do you want this to be like in the living/dining room where you were in, or would you rather be this in the like near the rooms that were arranged for you? What would be kind of the area that you would prefer for it to happen?
Maybe as long as there's like water and it can be just like a basin of water, for example. It doesn't have to be much. It can be like the rooms.
Right.
As long as it's like kind of comfy and chill.
Then I'll say if you allow me that probably this dining room/living room space is
better?
the best for you. You can grab the basin of water to be next to you, but this space is, first of all, everything here is kind of like grown out of the wood of the roots in which it is built, and there's that soft blue glow coming from the fireplace and also from outside. As you notice, there's a window, so I believe this is probably the better place for you to set up something like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit down on the floor and signal Haj to do the same.
And
near
he
me.
will.
I will ask for the statue. Be like,
Yeah.
can I have it?
Haj gives it to Emily, like a bit confused.
And
He's like, what are you trying to do?
I'll place it between the two of us. And then Emily shall say, so you helped me a lot before when I was going a little bit cuckoo. And I sense you're going a little bit kooky too right now. Maybe a little bit more than me. And so just like you helped me, I want to help you now, if that's okay.
I think I'm fine, Emily, but sure. Let's go ahead.
Okay, do you trust me?
What, in general?
Yes, in general.
Well, I've been traveling with you for weeks, months. I don't even know how long it has been. It would be a bit hard to not trust you, Emily.
All right. With that, she's gonna cast prestidigitation.
Yes.
Let me know if this is possible or not. It's also like it's a very small thing. With the water, she's just gonna create like this effect of water around both of them.
I'd say
Is that-
so, yeah. I'll allow that.
It's very simple. Yeah. And with that, she's gonna grab her loot. I'm gonna ask you, DM, to stop the music right now.
I was ready.
Okay. Let me know if you can't hear anything. The lute suddenly transforms not into an ukulele, but a big guitar.
Holy shit!
Acoustic.
It grew in her hands.
Yeah, it's big now.
Enlarge on the loose.
It's like in the cartoons, like they pull it out of whoop.
All right, and so she's gonna sing. Let's see. Far from here, he sailed along, searching for what was unknown, guided by the faith he owns, trusting what he believed in. Waves come and go, but they keep on flowing slowly. His God's power helps through, big or small, flowing slowly. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Waves come and go, but we stay strong, flowing slowly. And then she just makes like, oh, what the heck? I wasn't even looking at you guys. And then the water just slowly goes back to the basin.
All right.
Wow.
Haj, before you roleplay your answer, do you believe that this was enough to remove the insanity from you?
Haj, well, this is. I'm gonna explain Haj's thought process.
Right.
While Emily is singing this, Haj is thinking to himself, the song being good is a nice touch because Emily could be just singing like just complete gibberish, but it has a familiar tune to him. Like it's reminding him of the whole journey until here and of everything, like Emily, everybody, everything we've been together. It feels like it's a nice touch to his soul to make him remember that.
So
with that, DM, I think it does. I think it is enough.
all right. Then, Haj, feel free to react in this moment, knowing that you are no longer insane.
Haj, as Emily is singing this, like there's just a moment towards the end where Haj once again seems to be dissociating a little bit, but not dissociating. It's as if like he's captivated, as he's deep in thought, and he starts remembering what he's doing this for. And with this, he just when Emily stops, he says, "Wow, Emily, I'm truly not worthy, you know."
Yes, you are. All of you are.
I'm a man that's been to countless blessings And this one is really something, Emily. Thank you.
Now you have a song. You have your own song.
Haja like he grabs his thing from the middle, the statue. He helps Emily up and he like gives her like a little hug, like as he towers over her like a little one-handed hug.
The power of friendship.
Let's give a round of applause for our bard here. That was awesome.
Spectacular.
Let's go.
Well played.
Awesome.
Bard's barding.
Bards are barding very hard tonight. I would just like to add one last thing to you, Hajdaral, to what's happening in your mind. Emily's voice, first of all, seems to carry a different weight than it usually has in the past. You're not sure if this is because it is directed to you in this case, or if it's because something else has happened to her that has changed fundamentally the power in her voice. As a song comes in through your ears, it starts replacing the shit, all of the shit that was in there at the moment. There's no other way to put it. It all almost feels like sun breaking through the clouds, and
Or like the sea washing over.
or like the sea washing over something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But more importantly than that, it assures you of something. The feelings that you had within you, yes, partly they were of you, but now as you let them go, you see that there is a great attachment that is alien to you. A great attachment that comes from something else, another influence. By the way, we can hear Tresh when he says that.
Sorry.
It's fine. But sometimes it's like confusing to me. When I'm talking, I just hear him and I'm like, what the
Why is Gogi here? They brought anyone in this fucking room, dude.
I thought G was with the kid. But
yeah.
You are sure now, Hajdaral, if you weren't already, that the corruption in your mind is not you. It is something else holding things that you have pushed back or that you have overcome. And with that, you will be immune to receiving insanity points for the next 2 failed rolls. So if there is another moment where you roll a natural 1 where you could have gotten an insanity point, you are immune to them twice. Anything beyond that, and you will regain them again. Alright?
Damn. Also, is my insanity reset to 0 or 1?
Insanity is reset to 0 completely.
Okay.
You can remove the thing that came with it.
Yeah. the thing.
The thing that came with it. And also, Emily, the same thing that I just now explained, you feel there's a different weight in your voice. But you know what it is. It is the knowledge of the Requiem of Cinders that is empowering you. And as such, you have the permanent ability to remove insanity points. You can do this once per long rest. Okay, I will add the feat after. I didn't add it to D&D Beyond because last time that someone was scrolling around D&D Beyond feats, and I do mean the someone being Mizzy, she accidentally found... She didn't read it, but she found something she shouldn't. So from now on, I will only write them down whenever we need to add them, so that this doesn't happen again. Yeah, but you will be able to use it once per long rest. Now, the immunity or the number of insanity points will depend on, the situation, how you set it up, just like you just did this setup. And also, there might be some added benefits, but we will get to the added benefits when the added benefits become relevant. For now, I'm going to keep them a surprise.
Okay.
All right.
You get a song, and you get a song, and you get a song.
Yeah, but just I'm obviously the players understand this, but for the viewers also out there, these are very special setup moments. So it requires preparation as well from Fish. So don't fucking expect Fish to just write a full-on song for everybody
Every week.
every single week. Okay, so these are things that happen when they need to happen, and right now it was one such moment. And it was promised last session, so anyone who was looking forward to that, there it is. All right. So while this happens, I just want to know what Violet and do not ask her making out. What Violet and Vesper.
No, they were like making out, and they start hearing a song. You're like, ooh,
And start crying.
oh god.
Happy Pride Month.
There's still a little lizard. There's still a little lizard tongue in there.
Oh my god.
No.
And then it just licks Violet's nose accidentally. But
I thought we said we're not gonna roleplay that.
I'm
He's doing
sorry.
it alone.
I just did it by myself. I have a very fertile imagination.
Self-insert roleplay right now.
Anyway, what are you two doing while this moment is playing out?
I would say we are there.
Yeah.
NPC.
And T-posing.
I mean, we were supposed to go shopping, so when you called Azra, we just stay there waiting,
No.
and we.
Wasn't shopping tomorrow?
The next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we were doing anything or something, and
Sleeping.
we heard you talk to Azrael,
Yeah.
and we just waited.
And then
And
we
I-
heard the music.
Yeah, I'm
They
gonna
were
say
just-
while I was hearing the music, I give my hand to Vesper, and I'm like a proud mama.
Vesper will squeeze her hand and feel also like, yeah, those are our friends.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's so cute.
Also, I want to expand on that after, or while we're hugging or after, whatever. I'm gonna say to Emily, you've been practicing. There's something about your voice, Emily. Do you feel that too?
Oh no, I was born this way.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Damn. Can still be a little cunt, even after the moment.
We wouldn't want her any other way.
I
She's
know.
not a cunt. She's cocky.
Yeah. It's like a little teenager that thinks she's the best in like
Yeah.
that one specific thing.
Yeah.
That's what makes her special.
And after that, he'll still have the statue in his hand. He'll look at it, and then he'll grab Emily's hand. He'll shake her hand while he has the stone on it. It's not, what? Why are you making that face? It's like
Because it's spiky.
no, it's not. I put it in the not spiky part.
Okay. Well, then you're the one getting
I'm
hurt.
careful with my children.
All right.
And Haj will say, "I'll never forget Emily. Thank you."
You're welcome.
And then he does a little shake, and he puts his the stone back in his bag.
He killed a man with that rock.
Yeah, he killed.
Which,
a man
by the
with
way,
a rock.
killed someone. I
Yeah.
think we're almost killed someone.
No, it did really kill someone.
It did
It
kill
did,
someone.
yes.
Yeah. Interesting. It's funny how Emily is, she's above her mid-20s, right? But everyone just thinks she's the kid.
She's 25.
She's
yeah,
the
well,
baby.
there you go.
Still a kid.
She's the child automatically because everybody else is so old.
25 is still a kid. Source me.
True.
Can't
okay.
argue with that.
Yeah, I felt that way before too.
After that,
Yeah.
Violet is going to Azrael without saying a word. I'm gonna punch his arm.
What, strong or?
No, yeah.
No, yeah. Haj Draw
No,
takes a
like
critical
in
hit, 50
the-
points of damage. I'm down.
Divine Smite.
I need a revive, please.
No, just a punch, just for him to feel like in the shoulder. I want to see his reaction.
Haj will feel it on his muscular shoulder. You'll tank it, no damage. No, okay, but he's he feels the punch and he gets like a little bit startled as he was like talking with Emily, and then he turns to Val like, "What?"
Do I feel him like he's all right? I feel like he's fine, right?
Yeah.
Not like the stupid bitch that I saw on the boat.
It does look like there's something different about Hasdral now than before, just the moments before. His eyes aren't twitching. He's not constantly looking at Vesper, not constantly kind of just thinking about nothing and then looking everywhere. Different. Vesper is the one that notices it the most.
The connection is no longer there.
She's gonna say, just testing.
What, am I
Next time I'll
supposed
kill
to
you.
punch back now, or?
You wanna? Come at me, bro! No.
It's okay. I'm a man of peace, Violet. You know that very well.
I would pay to see him sock her in the face.
20 gold. Let's go.
Just right there. Just the bop.
Oh, she don't know my strength stat. She don't want it. She don't want it.
Oh, dude, it
No,
would
you
have
don't
been.
know my deck stats.
It would be.
Hey, but you have to tank it. You can't dodge it.
Yeah,
It's like a slap competition. You have to stand still.
And that's how they spend the night.
Slapping the shit
I
out
hope
of each
not.
other.
We can do the tortilla thing
Yeah.
with
water in your mouth.
Yeah, it's like lasting damage.
Well, Hashra can just control the water inside of the cheese.
Right.
True.
Cheating.
It would be
Yeah.
unfair.
Yeah. He would spend a 4th level spell slot to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's petty enough. He'd do it.
He can sleep after, so it's fine.
I've been being like a peaceful cleric this whole run, and now I'm being accused of these things.
Well, guys, is there anything else you wish to accomplish before the long rest?
Just a little ruffle of Emily's hair.
Oh.
You did good, kid.
So what were we
Yes,
waiting
you.
to do?
We're gonna sleep.
We're gonna sleep.
Oh, that's
Long
what we.
rest.
I thought we were like gonna go out or something.
Hi, I'm the
A
dungeon
party.
master. I'm also gonna sleep. Everything
I mean-
I own gets a long rest.
No.
No. Yorick, no.
I don't wanna.
All right, guys. If that's it, mark off the long rest, and we can start the morning as soon as you guys want.
Oh yeah. Also, I want to rage to change my spells
You may do that.
because now I won't have my evil spells.
You may do that. Just a question for a moment. Sleeping arrangements. There are 3 extra rooms in this house, so it is a pretty big place where Wiley lives in. So I want to ask who's sleeping with who, if you are sleeping together at all, or if you're choosing to sleep separately. I needed to know for
Reasons?
Yes.
Wait, how many beds were there?
There are 3 bedrooms, so you can separate however you like.
I think Emily wants to sleep alone.
Vesper
Okay.
would go with Violet.
All right. Haj, I assume you don't want to sleep with Violet and Vesper. So...
Oh, I don't? Okay, I guess.
Dang!
Unless.
I shall spend the night with like just some dragonborn late. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So, a moment. All right. Vesper,
Oh no, I didn't do it.
just want to have a little conversation with you. As you're falling asleep, Violet is there next to you. You feel yourself more protected. Here, near the Elder Root, here in From. So, those thoughts, they don't creep in as aggressively, but still they do. Perhaps it's more bothersome because they build. They start slow. I want to know, you having this knowledge and the knowledge of your state. What would keep Vesper awake? And how would you kind of describe kind of the line of thought that's doing it? And your movements in bed, everything. I want to know everything.
Everything in full detail. So, Vesper is still dwelling on Grime because it's still very fresh in her head. That feeling of helplessness is very poignant for her. Like, she hated that. That was the worst thing like she could have ever experienced. Like, she would rather be stuck in the temple for years than feel as helpless as she did in that moment. So that would be the first where it starts, is thinking of that. And then of Wiley asking if they would be okay. I mean, her and Haj, but now Haj is fine. And it's, what if I am in that state again? I said, I will get my revenge. But what if I can't? What could happen? And that kind of feeling of being seized up, of being so useless while her friends are in danger. Of Emily when Yorick was breathing down on her and they were the only two out in the desert as the boat is going away and she could do nothing but beg Emily for them to get out of there because she couldn't hurt him. She couldn't take him down herself, and Emily was already pretty wounded. And then I think there will be a moment where she kind of looks at Violet sleeping, I'm assuming, and thinks, what if I can't protect her? And the ring that Grime gave her, the promise, to use it on Violet if it came to that, or will she be strong enough to use that? I think that's...
Very well. Vesper, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage for me, please.
14. 17.
Mm-hmm.
Vesper.
We're fighting a boss right now.
Someone is. These thoughts, as I mentioned, they creep in slowly, but they begin affecting you more and more as you described. And you end that thought with Violet. And in looking at her asleep, you fall asleep yourself. And immediately you are thrust upon a platform in the dark. A bright blue moon shines above and illuminates this massive forest where stone carts erupt from. Your home. You look behind you and you see it. You see your temple, exactly the place where you were trained, not the remaining karsts where the temple is built around and above. That exact place where your masters trained. Igniting in flames, in blue flames. Your vision is thrust forward as you fall into the forest, and you slam on the ground again, but around you, instead of the forest, what rises is this red wasteland. Volcan, near Volcan. And buildings suddenly build and grow from the ground in an alleyway. And Grime, as she beats down on a man wearing the outfit of the Embrace, and you sense that that lust, that anger, and you see Grime lift him up and look at you, and just as she smiles, she crumples into dust, and you are pulled into the door and burst through a house, and in front of you, Violet, on her knees, and on her lap, a limp body of a half-orc girl, her eyes dark, void, bleeding this dark ooze. And in front of Violet, you see a woman with long black hair and this pale, grayish, almost blue skin. She also has no eyes on her eye sockets, but has one kind of small glowing scar on her forehead with the shape of a slitted eye, a slitted, lidless eye. And she looks at you, and she looks at Violet, and extends out her hand, and roots, these dark, pale roots, wrap around Violet and pierce her through the mouth, the nose, the eyes, until it impales her completely and explodes out of her chest. And you struggle, you try to move, but you can't. You don't have the strength for it. You never will. Never will. And as you look up, the roof breaks off, expanding towards the sky, absorbed by this giant, lidless blue eye, with lightning and blue flame zapping around it, staring into you, knowing how worthless you are. Vesper, your scar is hurting you. Not just the betrayal of Grime, but now focused on that helplessness that you've mentioned. And so it is that while you are within 30 feet of any of your allies, you will have disadvantage on all saving throws and all attack rolls for the next day.
Within 30 feet?
Within 30 feet of all allies, disadvantage on saving throws and attack rolls against, for the next day. It's not until you complete another long rest.
Right.
It's full 24 hours.
Okay.
And with that, Vesper, you wake up in the middle of the night, feeling yourself weakened, but also preyed upon. Your insanity points will not increase, because you did not roll a natural one in this circumstance. But Vesper, know that the scar has gotten worse. And so I want you to either fight it your own way, or show us how Vesper deals with it along the course of the next few days, as well as you can. Alright. That brings us to that one moment, Vesper, where you're awake, you're the first one up. You're not quite sure if it's morning yet. I want to ask you, do you return to sleep, or is there anything you wish to do?
Not after that dream. I think she'll get up. She'll tuck Violet in. Try to quietly slip out of the room. And then it's in Wiley's house, so
Yeah.
she would remember. Do we know the way out?
Yeah, you would know the way out.
House,
Yeah.
okay.
Of course.
Go out of the house entirely, because they could see like down from the railings and stuff. You can look down into the forbidden Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, you can.
And she will go to there so she can just look down at everything, everything lit up with the blue glow, and just try to find herself, try to find her center the way that her master taught her, to try to focus and meditate, maybe to shake that out of her head. It's like try to fill it with what her training to push out the bad, basically.
You exit the house. You see now the house is built on this like very large offshoot of an even bigger root that extends outward, and outside you, as you stand on the railing, you get a look at the whole city. You get a look at the lake. It is pretty high up. You get a look at where you were from up here, down there at the very base of the biggest of the roots. You see people moving about. There are some homes that are unlit. It seems that there are people that sleep here, but the city moves not as busy as it was, but it's moving still a lot. It is a lot more busy than it would be anywhere else in your experience. And you look upon these tiny little dots of people walking through the suspended bridges, walking around these platforms that are held by roots and vines, and your eyes and your neck, you twitch. It doesn't affect them, but it's here. You sense it here, too. It's wrapping around the world.
With that, anger. She feels like that flare of that heat, like when something really pisses you off. It's just like that visceral like anger.
All right. And I'll add just a little more detail. I'm so sorry. Vesper, you get the fear in you, and I would say this is actual fear, that it was you bringing it here. And with that, morning comes. Everybody's happy and rested, except Vesper. I will say, Vesper, you have time to take that moment for yourself and go back if you don't want them to notice you having had that episode.
Yeah.
You would have time to go back the same way.
Okay. Yeah, she'll take her time to
Yeah.
get through the mental anguish, and then probably not back into the room, but like in the dining room where they were sitting. And
Very well. And it is at
there.
that moment when you're going back, when your brain tells you it's morning, that you see coming down the street, coming down the route, or up the route, down the route, you see Wiley with Thurihad carrying a bunch of books, and they're coming down. Do you want to talk to them, or do you just duck into the dining room?
if I see Wiley, I think she would probably like
wait just.
Yeah,
Alright.
like to wait till she catches up.
Wiley approaches you and goes, "Good morning, Vesper. I see that you are an early riser."
It was not by intent.
Right. It was the Weaver.
A lot of things are attributed to the Weaver right now. I'm getting very sick of it.
Can you still stand for yourself?
It is not a matter of can. It is a matter of will.
I like the way you talk, Vesper. Thuri had kind of he has all of the books like in one hand, and he goes up to you and he places his still large hand on your shoulder and goes, I know how that feels. Maybe I've had it a little bit worse. When I heard all the screaming, I was blind to everything else and in the dark, and I'm not afraid of the dark. I thought of my friends. That helped me, and my family, and my mother. She was important to me. I hope that... Wiley, I'm running out of words. And
That's something you would say.
Wiley goes, "It's all right, buddy. We know you're not yourself still. Well, Vesper, if you need us for anything, we will be here, but know that this is a battle you will have to face. You will have to face. And while we can help you, of course, it is still up to you."
I appreciate that, Wiley, and I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Looking at your head.
I'm Thurihad.
Threehead, you hit hard. I like that.
Well, not anymore.
Well, I can train with you, perhaps, after this is taken care of.
He looks at Wiley. And she goes, "Right, calm yourself down. You still need a few weeks before you can do anything remotely physical." Carrying the books is physical. Wiley just gestures you to walk inside at that point.
So good.
All right. Well, you guys all convene in the dining room. I would say Violet, Emily, Haj, Violet, you, unaware of where Vesper is, hear her later, just a few moments later after you wake up, on the dining room talking to Wiley and Thurihad, so you know she must have gotten up earlier. I will say that the three of you gather in the dining room with them, so anything you want to do before Wiley talks, you may do so.
I'm okay.
I'm okay as well, I think.
Alright. So you all walk inside. You all join up with Vesper. And Wiley goes, "Well, good morning, everyone. First of all, I hope you've rested well." She looks across from all of you.
Emily nods.
Haj certainly looks better.
You have good insight, I would say.
It comes with the territory, does it not? Well, today we have to find out what the Weaver's next move might be. This is our goal for the entire day, or maybe, if we could, the morning. There's another part of our plan, as we talked about yesterday, that we must maybe execute today. It would be... well, it is urgent that we finish it, that is all. But we need to come up with at least a couple of options so that we are prepared. As you know, I'm a woman of faith, and generally I trust my instinct and I trust my goddess, but they are the opposite. They will have planned their next steps meticulously, and I want to engage them in their game. especially now that the twins think that they're ahead. I too want to analyze all possibilities just as they do. And I want to see if I can figure out a flaw, or maybe you can figure out a flaw. I have some business to attend to in the city during the morning. This business will ensure that whenever we do what we have to do, that we will be alone and no one else will get hurt if we call in an army onto us accidentally. You also have 1,000 platinum at your disposal to spend. This comes from my personal bank, I should say. I was saving this to put the kid through college, but what the hell, the world is ending.
How long have you been pregnant, actually?
Are you actually asking?
No. It's
Okay.
just like I've been saving. Like, we just found out you're pregnant.
Does the belly show?
Roll a perception check.
Oh.
Lol.
Oh! 22.
It shows a little bit, yes. You see there's some tightness in her armor around the waist area.
She's fat.
Oh god. She tells you, you can tell me things that you need, and I will fetch them for you. Some of them I may be able to even arrange for free. Which brings me to, and she takes out a little bag and takes out two little arrows, or staves. Why did I say arrows? Two little staves out. And you see now, first of all, that your Bane, Vesper, now has, on the handle, has kind of a place where you can twist it. And Wiley gives it to you. Go ahead, try it. As you twist it on both sides, two blades made of silver exit out. You will still have your quarterstaff damage, but it is now silvered, and it can be slashing if you use the blades on it. All right. I can't really change the item to have both, but you'll know this.
Yeah.
And as for your other staff, wrapped in pink, it has a similar twisty thing in the exact center of, or actually a little bit further down the staff. And she gives it to you. Go ahead. As you twist it, this kind of large glaive blade forms up, like from roots that are kind of grow from the staff and twist out into the blade. You have like a wooden glaive blade that comes out of that staff as you twist on the handle a little bit lower. This staff, and you can now add this to your notes at least.
Yes.
This staff will now have a 10-foot range.
Ooh,
Meaning
cool.
you don't need to
be melee, like full
exactly.
melee. That's
Exactly.
nice.
So another additional thing, if on the other staff, and I would like you also to take note, you can use a bonus action to make an additional attack with the other blade. It kind of works as a twin blade now. Exactly. You can use a bonus action to make another silvered attack with it if you wish.
Sweet.
This is to maximize the amount of times you can inflict the silvered state on your enemy. Is that alright?
Yes.
Awesome. And for Violet, she takes out 2 full gauntlets. So now they are kind of gloves that you can fit in and that will go up to your forearm. You see this kind of mesh of leather, gold, platinum that kind of climbs all the way through the gauntlets, and engraved on the gauntlets you see an arrow and a bow, and right on the fist area on your hands, there's the symbol of vengeance from the goddess Mayadrif. And she gives them to you and says, "Go ahead, Violet. Try them on. Don't forget to close your fists." They fit perfectly. As you close your fists, spikes come out on each of the knuckles.
Wolverine.
And, well, they're spikes, not claws.
It's not.
And you see crystal wrap around your hand in thorns. As you now have Crystal and Thorn. Your new and final weapon for the rest of the campaign, I hope.
Violet has a little orgasm.
Oh.
Well, it's not over yet. Because you see, as the crystal kind of envelops, these crystal thorns envelop her forearms, they begin enveloping the entirety of Violet until you feel them at your chin, trying to get inside you. And Wiley will say, "Just let it happen."
Okay.
You see Violet turn to Crystal, and then this green light that then fades to red and purple and yellow, and then a void of black, and then a radiant white. And it shatters, and you see Violet is now at least as tall as Hasdral, without the heels. And you see her muscles increase in size, and she gets broader as well, and her shoulders more muscular too. As her constitution is set to 18, while she wears the gauntlets.
So are you saying I have a large girlfriend now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't punch me again like that. Thank you.
Nice.
How do you feel?
Damn,
Violet?
I feel fine.
You look fine.
Very well. I would assume that is a great job from them, then.
It is.
I know a few people in town. Well,
You know good work.
either way, I've brought you a little shopping list of the things that you can get from the people I know. They are already discounted. I might be able to get them a little bit more discounted, but it is going to be hard. I suppose well, just take it. And she gives you like a fair pile of
Boy.
papers that has a list of items that are available right now for you guys to buy. This is for to facilitate your shopping a little bit. And so, before we dive into the important portion of this day, would you guys like to know what is available for the group to buy?
No, we're just going.
Covers Emily's mouth.
Just gonna run with 10,000 gold or I don't know.
Emily retires now, opens up her own tavern. She's the star.
Wrap it up. It's done.
All right, so
Wrap it up.
first of all, let's start easy with potions that are available. You guys have essentially 15 total potions of healing regular, just the basic ones, for 50 gold that you can buy. These are 15 total, 50 gold each. All right, so this is nothing too big. Now you have 4 potions of superior healing, which are 250 gold each. And you have 2 available to buy potions of supreme healing, which are 750 gold each.
How much?
750 gold each. I would like to remind you that 1,000 platinum, 10,000 gold. Also to anyone who's watching out there. All right, so these are the healing potions that are basic available to you. Sadly, although there are herbal applications and there is a form of alchemy here in From and in Nadar, Wiley is not able to access those goods without it being strange on why she's doing it. And you get the sense that she's doing this behind the Asterai's back. Alright, now for the items. First item, a very simple item. Ring of Magic Resistance.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm very sorry. I completely forgot something. I had something written down, but I completely forgot to say it.
Yeah.
The party will notice that Hasdral is no longer wearing Grimes' armor. He switched over to his old armor.
Very well. That is amazing. An amazing little tidbit. By the way, guys, that brings me to an important thing, Haj. Now that you mentioned that, you guys can sell items as well if you want. You can use this if you have items you want to sell, use this opportunity to do that as well. Wiley can probably get them in whatever black market she's getting this shit from. So, Ring of Magic Resistance. You wonder what it does. Wearer of this ring gains advantage on saving throws made to resist spells and magical effects. So any kind of spell, any kind of magical effect, any kind of saving throw for that, you guys get advantage on it. The price, 3,550 gold. It is a pretty strong item, as you guys can probably imagine. Now, next up, we've got Flute of the Guardian. I will read what this item does. An ivory and oak wood flute flowing with the magic of Nadar. First ability, Guardian in Song. The wielder of this item can consume one charge, of which it has a number that I can't see right now for some reason, but you guys will figure it out. Can consume one charge and use an action to play a song and cast the spell Guardian of Faith.
Cool.
Now, I'll tell you what Guardian of Faith does for anybody who's also curious at home and doesn't know what it is. You summon a large spectral guardian that hovers in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see. While this guardian is active, any creature that is hostile towards the caster and moves within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, they take 20 radiant damage and half on a successful one. The Guardian will vanish after it deals 60 damage total. Now, this spell is or the Guardian usually is unmovable. You can't move it. So, the second ability of the flute, Melody of the Protector. The wielder of this item can use their bonus action in subsequent turns to move the Guardian of Faith. Additionally, while they are within 10 feet of the Guardian, they gain 10 temporary hit points at the beginning of their turn. So each turn that you spend next to him, you will always be bumped up to 10 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Always get a shield of 10. Alright, the price for the Flute of the Guardian is 2,750 gold.
Okay.
Alright, next one, Mithril of the Root. A piece of clothing woven from the bounty of the Elderroot Forest. It offers protection and inspiration from its enchantments. Now, this is clothing, not armor. First ability, the Root of Knowledge. The wearer of this item has advantage on intelligence, history, and religion checks. And finally, Mithril. The wearer of this item gains an additional 3 AC.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So, Mithril of the Root is 2,500 gold.
Who does wear clothes here? The bard?
Bard and Monk both wear clothes.
Okay.
I mean, everyone wears clothes, I assume.
I hope.
This is the Hazral with his dragon penis out.
Yeah, just his armor, chest plate, and this junk hanging out.
Goddamn.
Next one, speaking of Hasdral, this one might interest Hasdral. Shield of the Watcher. A shield made of the rare metal and minerals discovered beneath the Elderroot Forest. First ability, Watcher of the Forest. While holding this shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. So you'll have advantage on perception checks. Second ability, Protective Instinct. If an attack misses you while holding this shield, you can use your reaction to absorb it. Your AC is increased by 1 for each absorbed attack. This effect can stack 3 times. And now the final ability, this is also a +1 shield. The final ability, Watch Over Them. While holding this shield, you can use your bonus action to transfer all of your bonus AC gained from Protective Instinct to an ally within 30 feet of you. This bonus will last until the start of your next turn. So you can gain some AC when attacks miss you. You can transfer the bonus AC to an ally on your turn as well.
Cool.
Very well.
And the shield gives 1 AC?
It's a +1. No, it's magic, so it gives the regular 2 AC that a shield gives +1, so a total 3.
Okay.
It costs 4,000 gold.
4,000 gold is 400 platinum, right?
Correct.
No, okay.
Next item, and I believe, or I hope, you guys like this one a lot. Circlet of the Cosmos. A golden circlet with an embedded crystal that resembles the night sky. First ability, Boon of the Stars. Every night, the wearer of this item must roll 1d6. Depending on the result, they'll gain advantage on all ability checks and saving throws of the corresponding ability score. The order being Strength, Dex, Constitution, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma. So you roll 1d6, then you assign the one. Alright. Next ability, Rewrite the Fates. The wearer of this item can consume 1 charge and use their reaction to force any d20 roll to be re-rolled. The second roll must be kept. Any d20 roll. Meaning, enemies, allies, whatever, any d20 roll you can change with this item. The price of the item is 5,000 gold.
Fair.
And now, this is my personal favorite. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Claws of the Keeper. Gauntlets made of the willingly given fur of one of the legendary creatures protected in the Elderroot Forest. First ability, a Keeper's Connection. The wearer of this item can consume one charge and use a bonus action to cast Guardian of Nature. While transformed, you have advantage on all attack rolls. I will tell you what Guardian of Nature is. You can choose one of 2 forms, Primal Beast or Great Tree. On Primal Beast, bestial fur covers your body, your facial features become feral, and you gain the following benefits. Walking speed increases by 10 feet, dark vision of 120 feet. You can make strength-based attack rolls with advantage, but remember, the item gives you advantage on all attack rolls. It doesn't matter, so this part of the ability is kind of nullified. Your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage on a hit. And the other form, Great Tree. So Great Tree gives you 10 temporary hit points. Con saving throws are made with advantage. You also have attack rolls with advantage, as per the other one. And while you are on the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies only.
Ooh. Cool.
Oh, but it gets better. Second ability, Raykar's Ferocity. While using the Primal Beast transformation, you critically strike on a roll of 19 or 20.
Oh.
Third ability, Elderroot's Bark. While using the Great Tree transformation, your AC is increased by 3. Now, the claws regain, and this recharge method is available to items that can be recharged that I've just described. The claws regain 1 charge at 4th level, per 4th level spell used on it, or by foregoing 20 hit points. If this is done in combat, it takes an action to do it. Okay? Alright. And that's it. Those are
How much are the claws?
4,800 gold.
Okay.
If it's needed, Violet is able to sell Thunder and Lightning, even though it's a very special item to her.
Aw.
But well, if it's needed, she can sell it. It's a very rare item, so she will expect many monies for it.
By the way, are there any armors, even if they're just like bland, like normal armors? Any common armors?
She could get you at least a +1 armor for sure, and with the discounted price, it would be, given you wear heavy armor, on a discounted price it would be around 3,500 gold. You now understand also that most of these items are heavily discounted as well.
Oh, I have also a leather +1. I can sell it?
You can sell that as well, yeah.
And how much is a leather +1?
I would say leather is worth a little bit less than the heavy armor, so I would go around 2,000.
Okay.
You might be able to get a better, or Wiley might be able to get you a better deal. I'm gonna have to roll that to see if she can get you a better deal than the 2,000 gold. But for now, mark 2,000.
Okay. So right now we have at least 10k plus 2k.
Oh.
If it's needed, I can sell the Thunder and Lightning. Oh, and I also have the Wand of the Novice Conjurer. It's just so uncommon, so I don't know if it's worth much.
You would get a little bit lower than the buying price, that's for sure.
Okay. Because I was thinking of getting the Ring of Magic Resistance. If you guys don't want it,
Yeah.
I want it.
How much gold do we have? How much plat? I mean,
She gave you 1,000 platinum, which means 10,000 gold, and you have whatever you guys have with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even. I mean, I don't have any one plat.
I've got 90 gold. Okay.
I have 20.
I have like 200 gold, 240.
I have 417.
She's rich.
That can cover cost for some potions if you guys want, to be honest.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
potions for sure.
Yep.
I don't have any potions anymore.
Yeah.
Let's do some math. Let's math. We need it like
Wait,
a
wait.
spreadsheet.
We
Yeah,
don't
not math,
condone drugs
math,
on this.
math. Let's grab Excel and just make.
Take your time, guys.
I have 2 superior potions still.
Oh,
Okay.
you do? Nice, cool.
I have 2.
I have
think
0.
Yeah, I have 1 potion of healing normal. Oh, I have a greater one. Cool.
I have 2 greater and I have a superior. I could lend a greater of mine to someone.
I
Okay.
will buy 1 superior to Emily.
All right.
1 superior for
So-
Emily, so
Yeah.
that
250.
250 gold. Mark it off.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And superior, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Superior.
If it's needed, I can buy 4 regular potions. So just we have more, and I remove the money that I have here.
Fish and Ray, what did you say your potion count was?
I
I
have.
had
Oh, go ahead.
I had 0. Now I have 1 superior.
What about you,
have-
Ray?
2 superior and 1 regular.
Okay, I'm gonna give one of my greater ones to. I mean, I have 3. What the fuck, actually? I'm gonna give 2 greaters to Emily. 2 greater
Thank you.
potion.
Then I'm good on potions, I think.
I have 1 greater and 1 superior now.
Okay,
Do
so
the claws require attunement?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
does everything require attunement?
Flute of the Guardian requires attunement. Shield of the Watcher requires attunement. I'm gonna confirm the Mithril thing.
The claws as well. The circlet.
Yeah, the Mithril
as
requires
well.
attunement, and the circlet also requires attunement.
So it's like it's everything minus the
yeah.
ring.
Everything. No, the ring is also.
Oh, everything.
Yeah, everything's attunement. I just confirmed. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Okay. I currently have no attunement slots, but I can like replace a thing. But honestly, I don't know.
Oh, by the way, I don't have a I actually don't have a superior. I have it in my inventory, but it's used. I didn't notice.
Okay.
Do you want a greater back or?
How much is? I have a greater, and I have healing. I can heal myself. An item is an action, right?
Bonus action to chug a potion.
Hmm.
If you want to do it
Action
on
to give
yourself.
to someone else.
Exactly.
Okay. No, you can have it. You can have it.
All right.
Okay, just so you know, you guys are thinking of buying anything. If you guys are thinking of buying it, just say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of buying a better armor because I
Okay.
so a +1 armor would give me what 17 AC onion, right?
It would give you whatever. You're wearing a chainmail, right?
I'm wearing a half plate right now.
Half plate. Then it would give you +1 to whatever the AC of the half plate is.
Yeah, but I can also get a heavy armor. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, if you get a chain mail, you can wear heavy
+1.
armor, can't you? Like, can you confirm on your proficiencies?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wear heavy armor. So, if you could get a, let me see here, chain mail. Well, actually, to you, full plate would be available, but it would be way too expensive. Yeah. Maybe the best she could probably find you would be some chainmail +1, which would give you 17 AC total. Yeah.
And do you have a shield?
Yeah, he has a shield.
I do have a shield, yes.
A +1, right?
Oh,
+2 shield.
+2. Okay.
is it possible to improve my dress so that I have more AC?
You can definitely do that if you want. Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
rather improve your dress and get it and bump its AC?
Yeah, for example, and then the clothes, if Ray wants to buy them.
Right. The mithril for...
The mithril.
Yeah.
It gives +3.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the bracers of defense. Those give me +2, but that's my attunement slots are full with both of my staves. So I could sell the bracers, wear the clothes, then have +3 instead of +2. How much would the bracers sell for?
Bracers are rare as well, right? They're blue.
Yep, wondrous item, rare. Yep.
I would say for bracers of defense are a pretty strong item. I would say also kind of around 2,500 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
You would get from it. I'm just selling or giving you prices a little under what you would
Right.
buy them
Yeah.
for, but I'm
But
sure you
right
understand
now
that.
the bracers are the same price as the mithril, so it's already good.
Yeah. If I sell those, I mean, I get 1 more AC, but I'm still at 21 AC, which is still good.
Yeah. I have 16.
We can. How much money are you willing to dump for the increase of your dress's AC?
Good question.
I'm gonna say-
How
I'm gonna-
much money
I'm gonna
do we
say-
spend on this?
I'm gonna say you can get to a maximum of 3 of 2 increases. I'll say you can get the first one for free. Everybody's gotten free upgrades thus far. You can get the first AC bump for free. If you want to get the second plus an additional effect that you can think of if you want, and you can tell me during the week and I'll add it. Then maybe you can pay a little bit more for it to be super specific, custom to you.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. I have to think of an effect then.
It's totally up to you, and we can get that. I would say maybe like a bonus 1,000 gold that you drop on the dress will get you that effect, and so two extra AC to the bonus that you already have, plus the effect.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
And we can say that you said this during the night so that she upgrades it during the night so that you can wear it today. All right. So, anything else?
I would like to buy the ring. If no one opposes.
Go for it.
All right. Ring of Magic Resistance, 3,550 gold.
What? How much money where are we at right now? With the
So we have. So I'm not going to count the 2,500 gold for the mithril because it evens out.
Yeah.
So we have 12,000. Without the ring of magic resistance, it's math. Calculator. 12,000 minus 3. 8,450.
like I was wearing Grimes armor, which was a chainmail +1. Gave me 17 AC, and now I'm wearing a half plate, which gives me 15 AC. It's a 2 AC difference.
I'll tell you this. If you want, you can trade Grimes armor for one with the exact same properties, but it doesn't look like Grimes.
Would Violet be okay with that? That depends on Violet.
Violet was already okay with you wearing the Grimes armor, so.
Oh, then let's trade it.
You trade it
If
for one
if everyone
custom,
agrees, of course.
You trade it
Done
for one
deal.
custom to you.
She just returned. She said she bought it and it's faulty. She got a return. Nice.
All right, there you go. It's
Okay, sick.
exactly the same as yours. But you know, in properties, the look up to you. All right, so ring is bought. Potions have been bought as well. We've
One
got the,
potion.
yeah, we've got the dress upgrade.
Oh, by the way,
yeah.
I would like to get 200 gold worth of diamond dust.
Easy enough to get here. You can get your 200 gold's worth of diamond dust.
Okay, nice.
Don't forget to mark that off of the total gold. Minus 200.
Mm-hmm. We have 8,250.
And would you guys think it would be a good idea to also get another diamond? To be sure, I have 2.
Yeah.
It's 300 gold. So
It's good to have.
Yeah.
It would
okay,
be good to have,
then
yeah.
another diamond.
All right,
please.
300
Thank
gold for the diamond.
Okay, minus 300.
Vesper, mithril of the root on D&D Beyond. You can add it already if you want, and remove your bracers.
Okay, we have 7,950.
Ooh, 21 AC.
So, okay, you guys eyeing anything?
I wanted the claws, but oh man. That would have to be, I'd be swapping attunements and that would be awkward.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can only do that in short rests.
Swapping
Right.
attunement, yeah.
And I just got my 2 staves upgraded.
I'll say part of the upgrades that you guys are gonna get from now on are gonna be things of the sort an upgrade to one of your feats that you guys choose, or an extra attunement slot, or an extra something. So I don't want you guys to like. I know that Emily is also full on attunement slots, right? So I don't want you guys to think on the attunement slots on being full too much, because you might get an upgrade. You might want to choose an upgrade for that, so that you guys can consider it too.
Those claws are really sexy.
Do you guys want the flute guardian?
And it's cool.
It is cool.
And the Circle of the Cosmos.
They're all
that's
cool.
really
Yeah, they're all cool.
Are you okay with attunements, Asdral?
Yeah,
How
I literally only use my weapon. I don't.
He only has the staff, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I mean, you could have the circlet and Emily could buy the flute.
The only thing that I'm eyeing more is the shield, but
The shield is nice too.
The
Being
shield
able
is
to transfer
expensive.
The AC is really cool.
How much money do we have? Still.
Right now, 7,950, but I can still sell the Thunder and Lightning.
Okay, 7,000. So we have money for the shield.
But the shield isn't like we don't need to get the shield because my shield gives 1 AC more than that shield. So.
But this one has a potentially higher ceiling.
Yeah,
for
I
AC.
know, I know. It's just we're like I'm coping to say that it's fine to not get it, basically. Like that, but in all seriousness, there's other things that may be more worth the money. Cause like I'm already well endowed in the AC field, so.
Sorry, this is not related to the items. Would Wiley know anybody that could charge the VRD?
You guys can charge it, but she could try and look for someone to work it for you.
I'm just curious.
What's the
charge my phone, please?
What's the cost of because I don't remember if it even broke or something, right?
It has a charge. Hold on, I gotta find it.
It should say in the end of the description.
The device is destroyed. Oh, after using it one time, which is what happened, the device has to be recharged with a 3rd level spell slot and a successful tinkering check, DC 13.
Alright, well, you can try to tinker with it if you want. Or you can try and see if Wiley finds someone to do it. It won't be... It's either me or you rolling.
I don't trust my roll.
Up to you.
What do you guys think?
I'll tell you something. This is gnomish technology. There's no one around here that would know to work it.
There's no gnomes.
Yeah, they would roll in the same kind of circumstances. Yeah.
And if I fail, if I fail the it just doesn't get recharged, right?
It won't get recharged. Yeah.
Right. It doesn't break or anything.
It won't break. No, unless you roll like a natural 1. If you roll a natural 1, there might be some circumstances.
Hold on, I have a gnome.
If you roll a natural 1, you break it and you get an insanity point.
No. I go crazy looking at the device. I mean, if it doesn't cost. Wait, let me roll my tiny dice.
Let's do it. You gotta. It's an intelligence check. You gotta beat a 13.
Ooh, a 19.
You beat it then. I'm gonna say Wiley will use the spell slot for you.
Okay. Thanks,
So
Wiley.
She'll do it for you. Now, guys, back to the buying.
Sorry.
You were talking about getting the Food of the Guardian.
The claws and the circlet.
So
Everything.
Yeah. Except the mithril also. Oh, okay, yeah, everything.
I already bought that because I
And the
just sold
shield
my
and-
bracers for that.
Do you guys want the shield or not?
It's fine. You can get the other things seem more.
The thing is, the flute. In order for me to use it, I need to remove the slot from the wand of the Adept Conjurer, which has the Dimension Door. So we would not be able to use that anymore.
Yeah, but Onion said that on our upgrades we could have an attunement slot.
Yeah,
So
we don't know
Also-
when.
Also,
well, yeah, but we can buy it now.
Also,
before
there's-
it gets unavailable.
there's
Yeah.
another one without attunement slots being used that can use the wand.
Right. Asdral can use it.
Up to you. Tell me what you want to do, guys.
I want to buy everything. Buy.
Emily, go
Dude,
perform
we're
on this-
gonna-
go busking for a bit. Get us some more gold.
Well, you're gonna be
Huh?
broke, dude. Poor thing.
Well, there
You
goes
just see,
the
like-
cost savings.
Emily going like all in, like gambling style.
Yeah.
Just take all of it. Spend everything, Wiley, please.
Yeah. Everything
if
in
I-
red.
If I get Wiley to try to sell Thunder and Lightning, how much?
That would be close to 5,000 gold, maybe more if she, you know, if
You
she,
can schmooze 'em up.
yeah, if she haggles a little bit, she might get a little bit more. But Thunder and Lightning is a very rare situation here. It's a very powerful item.
I can give her like a bardic inspiration so that she can get more
go.
money out of it.
All right. I mean, if you want to sell Thunder and Lightning, you can. And again, selling under what it's worth here. It is probably personally, I would set its value close to like 8,000, 9,000 gold. You'll be selling it for 5,000, or a little bit more if she haggles it.
Okay. If it's 5,000, we get 12,950. And with this 12,950, we can get the flute. We can get the shield if we want to buy the shield. So 4,000. The flute is 2,070, 750. Wait. 1,050. So, oh shit. We can still buy the claws. 4,800. And yeah, we can't buy the circlet. We're missing 800 gold for the circlet.
800.
Yeah.
Oh, did you mark the money from my dream dress?
No.
Oh,
1,000 gold.
Then forget the circlet.
And you can add 241 gold from me, like that I have in my pocket.
200 what?
Pockets. 241.
No, it's just all in one pocket.
Plus
Chunky.
mine 167. Yeah, after all this, we stay with 3,555. So it's not enough for the circlet.
Not enough for the circlet, yeah. Is that with the shield or without the shield? Sorry, I wasn't sure.
With the shield.
With the shield, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good shield.
If we don't want the shield, we can get the circlet.
Hey, I can sell my old shield and shield +1, I guess. I don't know what that would net us, but
I mean, I can forget the ring of magic resistance. I don't mind, and we get the circlet.
Would you rather have the circlet or the ring?
The circlet is way better for
Stronger.
the group.
Yeah. The
That-
How much
rerolling
would
any
the
D20 is so good.
how much would the shield and the shield +1 net us in money?
So the shield probably, just change. But the shield +1, shield +1. Give me a moment while you guys discuss, please.
I also have a quarterstaff and a scale mail, but they're not plus anything.
Let me just
But
check.
I could sell all them.
Check something here. Yeah, so the shield +1 is uncommon situation. It would net you like selling below, buying price. It would be like around 200 gold, man. 150 gold, 200 gold for shield +1.
Okay.
I mean, my wand would be that as well.
Yeah, it would be
because it's
around that.
200 too.
There would be around
So
the
it would be 400.
Mm.
That's something.
Yeah. I don't have anything else that I could sell.
I have
My
a
old
wand.
clothes.
I have a wand of convenience. We haven't been using it. That we bought.
Is it uncommon?
It's green.
uncommon.
Yeah,
Uncommon.
uncommon.
Another 200.
I mean, it's stacking up.
It's getting there.
It's already 600.
I have
How much did we
90.
need it?
What?
How much did we need?
We needed 1,500.
I guess Emily's gonna play in the streets.
For donations.
You get Violet to dance next to you. Maybe you'll get a
Yeah.
couple extra.
I mean, I'm a big woman now.
Yeah.
Something to see.
I'll cast like the leader of a big group. I'll cast what's it called? The dancing.
The
Odo's irresistible
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
So he dances. And so more people give money.
And then
The
the guy stops dancing. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck is happening to me? My muscles hurt. I didn't want to do this."
Question.
Wait, the circlet of the
Oh, sorry.
cosmos. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go
I
ahead.
just wanted to ask, it's the reroll of the D20 and what else?
You'll
Oh,
get
the D6.
yeah, you'll get advantage on ability checks and saving throws of one ability score. It changes every day. You have to roll to see which one it is. So it can be really good, you know. It's always really good, to be honest.
Yeah, that's really good.
That is very good.
Oh yeah, I forgot to regarding the. I'll give you the information. So this might change your thing. The Circlet of Cosmos has 2 charges total, so this means you can use it twice per day to reroll the d20.
D20.
Regains 1 charge per 7th level spell used on it, or by foregoing 40 hit points.
Ooh, that's a chunky one.
But we can do that right before sleeping, right?
Yeah,
We can always do that.
you can do
Forget the fucking ring. I'm gonna buy that fucking ring, the fucking circlet, and I'm going to use it, and it's going to be so awesome.
Sick.
All right, so you don't want the ring. You can mark the 3,550 gold back.
Yep. Yeah. Wait. I just need to delete it, right?
You just need to delete it. Yes.
Yeah. So 3,550 plus 3,550. So we have 7,105, and I'm going to remove the 5,000 from the circlet, and we get 2,105 with everything bought. We got the whole city shop.
Damn.
Well, but by the way, are you guys selling those other items then?
All right, I haven't added the other items, but we're not going to use them, right? We can sell them.
All right. So every uncommon item, I'm gonna, for ease of math, I'm gonna say if you guys want to sell uncommon items, it'll be magical items. It'll be 200 gold.
Okay.
Mhm.
All of
Okay,
them.
I want. Yeah.
So it's going to be plus 600 because it's mine, Azral's, and Vesper, right? Or
Emily.
Emily.
Oh, and Emily. Okay.
Yeah.
So 600, 2,705.
Now, this math done with you selling Thunder and Lightning?
No. Yes.
This was
Yeah.
done with the 5,000 gold from Thunder and Lightning, wasn't
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
it? All right. So you're gonna get rid of Thunder and Lightning. Any last words to your babies?
Well, I'm not going to remove the others
Yeah.
because I will shrink, and then I'll. So I don't want to shrink. So I'll grab them. You were my best friends when I had nothing.
Aw.
So one last time, you're going to be very useful to me. And I hope I see you again. I might sell you again. Sell you, no. I might
Sell
buy
you
you again. Sorry.
Damn.
That was
The guy would do this all over
That's
again.
crazy.
that was somehow very violent.
I'm going to buy you again.
All right. So Wiley has a +9 to her persuasion.
Okay.
So the base was 5,000 gold. You made the math with 5,000 gold. Let's see if she can get you a little bit more. I'll roll on the VTT so that you guys can see it as well.
And the bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Are you inspiring her?
Yes.
So Louis 20 plus.
Hey, I can
9.
help her with advantage.
No, she's gonna go alone. Plus, it's a D10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That is a 29 total.
Damn.
That will bring us to, I would say you get 6,000 gold. Out of
So
the item.
plus 1,000.
Plus 1,000 gold, yeah.
For the item that I had, do you mark it, Mizzy, in your gold? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, what did you ask? I said yes. But,
Classic. I've been dealing with this for 2 years.
For the item that we just sold that I had, do you mark it?
oh,
Do you mark the
uncommon.
money?
Yes.
Yes,
I did.
okay.
I did it.
Just so that I
So-
don't do it as well when you get magically double the money.
Right now, we have 3,705. And we got all the items we wanted.
You could now buy the ring again if you wanted.
but I don't have slots. I can buy it, and then Ajral can use it. Can use the ring. You still have a slot available, right?
Yeah. I don't have any rings, I think.
You have you'll have on your slots your weapon, the shield of the Watcher, which you can add already to your inventory, Mick, if you search for it, shield of the Watcher, and then
Oh wait, we bought it?
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
You got shield of the Watcher, buddy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let's go.
And you can now get the Ring of Magic Resistance as well. If you guys end up buying it, it'll fall on you to use it too if you want.
The ring of magic resistance.
Yeah, are you guys buying it?
We don't have anything else to spend on, right? Unless we want more potions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need everything we can get.
Yeah, we need help.
Since I have the Shield of the Watcher, I can sell my shield +2. I mean, or can I... Does anyone here use... No one uses shield.
You're the only shielder.
I could. I have proficiency.
You could use the shield, yeah.
How much would the shield +2 be?
The shield +2 is a rare item. However, it's still a shield. I would put it at around 1,500 gold.
Even with 29 persuasion?
This is a different person. I'm gonna say
Okay.
yeah. Again, selling under buying price, but
Okay. Do you want to sell since you're not going to use it? Or are you going to use it?
I mean, if I have the shield, I don't see why I would use it. Wait, the Shield of the Watcher, how much AC did you say?
it was 2 + 1.
It only gives me +2 here in the D&D Beyond.
Alright, give me a moment. I'll go check while you guys talk about.
But I think yeah, maybe I can sell it. 1,500, sure, he's good. That's a bunch of diamonds to revive people. That's how I think now. It's like my boy math, my currency is diamonds.
Diamonds.
Mm.
Diamonds are a dragon
Revivify.
lord's best friend.
Oh, attune to it. Attune to it, Mick.
I need to attune.
Yeah, attune to it, and it should work.
It's tunado.
Should I attune to the claws right away and have one staff that's silver and then the claws? You think that would be better instead of having the 2 staves?
Yeah, just use the better staff.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just Yorick, we don't really have to worry too much about spell casting. That's right. At least we didn't see him cast any spells.
Famous last words.
If it's just him.
But if
we
it's
don't
just
know.
him, that's the question. Who else is gonna show up?
Okay, can I add the 1,500? Did you sell it?
The shield.
Yes.
Mick? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And we have 5,205. We can buy the ring and Mick can attune it. Do we buy the
Yes.
ring?
Mm-hmm.
We buy the ring.
The ring. What was the ring's name again? Let me
Ring
just
of
evaluate
Magic
it again.
Resistance.
I know it gave you advantage.
It's just
Ring
Ring
of
of
Magic
Magic Resistance. Yeah.
Ring of Magic Resistance.
Okay.
Yeah, saving throws, magical effect, exactly. Yeah, why not? Even if in the last occasion, I can also give it to one of you guys if you guys need to be more, peeled.
Yeah, you can switch off attunements in between each other at any point. You know,
Yeah.
if more than one can wear the item, that's you as long as you have short rest.
Man, I keep thinking that we're blowing through her savings.
Okay.
Her kid is not going to college.
I mean, if we all die here, the kid is definitely not going to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are left with 1,655. What we can do with this is buy 2 of the Supreme Healing.
It wouldn't be bad to have.
Yeah, it's always useful.
Those are crazy. There's so many dice.
We never had such
Yeah.
good healing item. Yeah.
I'm game. I'm down for it.
Okay.
Wait, did you
If
just say
you
I'm
guys
gay?
are. I'm game.
Damon.
Oh. See, this is because you're playing Vesper. I just
Gay.
I'm gay.
Okay. So 2 Supreling. Supreling?
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 Really?
Hey.
Okay.
Potions of Supreme Healing.
Yeah.
And we still have, wait, 155 gold.
You also need to eat. Don't forget.
Are you counting?
Well,
Are you counting the shield +1 that I sold?
Yeah.
Not the +2,
Yeah.
the shield +1.
Both of them have been sold. Yeah.
The uncommon, which
Ah,
was
yeah. The
200.
Yeah. I
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, I still have my little gold, so we have things to eat. I have 167 gold, so
How much was superior healing?
Superior is
Superior to
250 gold.
250. Okay. Okay.
okay. So we have to supreme, which is 750. Who wants to have them? I have one healing, normal, and one greater.
You should take one for sure.
mm-hmm.
I have 2 superior and 1 normal.
I only have one greater, so
And you take it then.
Yeah. you
yeah,
take-
I can take another greater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not greater.
Supreme.
Supreme.
Oh, supreme.
Giga heal.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm supreming.
Potion supreme.
Still trying to decide which staff I want to take off.
It has a little tag of Supreme, the brand, on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
we saw a hat the other day that said Supreme.
Oh, right. I still have the Vitromancer's bracers and the bracers
Mhm.
of the wizards.
Yeah. Sell them
Oh.
as well.
Sell that shit, yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah,
We're
let's
not gonna
have
kill
everything.
ourselves to
For
make,
the
I don't know,
Vitromancers,
fucking...
we have to have a wizard to use those.
Yeah, the
It was like-
Vitromancers, yeah.
So I don't think any
Yeah.
of us is going wizard.
The Light
Yeah.
Weavers, it's just a caster. Someone that
So-
can cast.
So the
Vitromancers.
Vitromancer's one. much?
Vitromancers would sell for around, it's a pretty rare situation, I would say sell around 2,000 gold.
2,000, okay. Plus 2,000. And the other ones? I don't know
The
how.
Light Weavers are a little bit stronger. So they would sell for around, well, 2,500 gold.
5,500. Dude, we gotta leave some from Wiley. I feel like an asshole. Just
Damn, okay.
No,
We-
a little bit, just a little.
She gave the money for this mission. Doesn't mean that she doesn't have more.
Yeah. She might
But
have
she
more.
said it was the kid's college fund.
We gotta make sure the kid lives first.
Is this like an America type situation where it's super expensive?
I can't
We save the world. We save the world, and then we give money back. We take
True.
the kid to to college. Yeah, we're gonna be heroes. So
He can go to the
Okay.
best school in the freaking whole continent.
Okay,
We can-
Fish, you
we
roll
can
high
give
on
it-
persuasion.
We can give back 4,655. It's pretty good. He can do like
You can
the,
just give
the
like
first 2 years of
2,000.
college.
Like 2,000 is fine. If anything, like I was gonna say like 2,000.
Look at him think twice now that he sees so much gold.
Wait,
Dude, when
no,
I
that's
I
pretty
said
good.
a little, I always said a little. I'm not. We're not gonna go net negative in this bitch, dude. We need money.
Do you guys want to keep the 4,000?
Wiley will tell you to keep it.
Oh yeah.
That was it. Wiley or is it Onion?
It's Wiley.
Both.
Wiley will tell you to keep it.
Do you? Yeah, because you don't have a kid, you have to pay for college, Onion. You know.
No, it's just, Wiley knows the importance of this. The fact that you guys even got all the items, and you sold your shit too to get those items.
We are loaded.
She also sees that you are committed to this, and you will need it. So
We're loaded in items and loaded in money. If we
Alright.
find a merchant out there, we can still buy from it.
so you guys are done?
Yeah.
Question, really quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Rich.
Go ahead.
For the claws of the keeper, you get advantage as long as you're transformed. So that would that negate my disadvantage?
That would negate your disadvantage as long as
So
you
it'd just
transform.
be straight rolls.
It'd
Okay.
just be straight rolls, yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, definitely need to decide now which one I want to have.
Very well. Wiley, let's say that this didn't happen, right? She just handed you the papers, and will tell you to give her the papers, lady. Lady? Later.
Lady.
Give her the papers, lady. Anyway, she talks to you. Right, so, I have to go to the city, as I mentioned, and until I return, you have access to my entire library, which is here, essentially. As you may know, I lack information now. Information that I can't possibly know. But Emily, however, has a fuller picture of what may happen here. So I will not ask for the reason of whatever it is that you want to do. And I will trust you fully. But research amongst yourselves. Do not speak to anyone else. Alright? And then, whenever I come back, you just tell me what to do. And if you need my help in anything, just make sure it's not even remotely related to the song. Alright. Oh, and by the way, I believe you understood what the daggers do.
Yeah, about that. Is there any way we can tell which dagger it's to each?
If it glows in their presence, it's for them. They...
Only that.
Yes, they act as beacons to the souls of those they belong to. It tells them that it is safe to return to the body.
Okay, so their body is somewhere?
Their body is the one that you see. But right now it has no soul.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Well,
Got it.
I suspect that 2 of them do. But the other 2 don't, for sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, good reading. And
Thank you.
I'll be leaving with all of the things that you. Yeah, don't forget. You tell me what you want me to buy, and I'll go buy it. Or you just
Circles everything.
Thorihad here will probably be outside because he doesn't like reading that much. Right? I've read a lot when I was a child, and so now I just can't fit more letters in my head.
And you
So-
don't remember anything from when you were not you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say if I remembered things that I read, and I was gonna say the alphabet. Well,
That's good.
no, I just remember the screaming, like I told you. There's not much more to it than that. It's like hearing yourself scream forever, not knowing what you're doing.
Okay.
I'll be outside.
you.
Goodbye. And you're looking good, lady with the fists.
Thank you.
And he exits with Wiley. Alright, my friends. You have an entire set of books in front of you. And so now we've come upon a time where you must strategize. Not for, I believe you guys had spoken in the previous session of a bait plan of using Emily as bait.
Mhm.
This is not what Wiley has asked for. She has asked for the next step. If you can, in some way, try to predict what the next step is. Now, this is... One moment. This...
Me!
Emily has knowledge that they don't have, all right?
Mhm.
But I will still allow you to discuss above table, okay? Even with the knowledge that you don't have, you can still discuss above table whatever it is you guys want to discuss. There are some books here that might help you, but you're going to have to tell me what you're searching for, all right? And then I'll tell you the books. So, go right ahead.
Me!
Yes.
Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Okay.
Sure.
So I want to first research everything about the last time the Weaver wanted to attack. History books, armies, everything about armies, and everything about teleportals, and everything.
All right, so the last time that the Weaver came through, you find no books about it.
But Oh, fuck.
Of course there is.
Okay.
Now, regarding armies, do you want to research armies of the past? So of when you would assume the Weaver came?
Yeah.
So when would that be?
I wanna know. Well, I can't know that. Like what kind of strategy they implemented.
That's
I
not
can't know
available to
that.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Then I want to know. Can I know, or does Violet know around what time that happened?
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a. Emily, have you shared what you found in the book with them fully?
I would say so.
Kind of
Yeah.
like the parallel book between book and what
Mhm.
might have happened historically.
Yeah.
Then I would say that with Emily's help, you would know it was during the Age of Dragons.
Okay. Then I want to know what was available to the armies around that time. What did they have available to them to fight what happened?
All right. Well, you can find that. There's a little book here called On Tyrants and Teachers, a comprehensive look at the Age of Dragons.
Oh my god.
Which has historical accounts of, or whatever can be found of the Age of Dragons. Now, this is written from the perspective of the elves, which are the ones with the biggest memory, and the ones that were heavily protected during the time. So, a couple of things that, well, actually, I need you to give me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. I have +0, 4.
So you're gonna get a little bit of limited information, all right?
Can anyone help me?
They can.
I can.
All right, advantage.
Thanks.
Or do you want her to roll in separately?
18.
Oh, you already rolled with advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, 18 unlocks a good chunk. So, Eleanor the Gentle was the dragon that ruled over Eleonora, which is the territory from where Kerejimaz was born from. Or actually, the original Elven Kingdom was located there, and then they separated. But Eleonora had at their disposal numerous orders that had great magical capabilities. They fought with floating towers that had arcane cannons. And on the ground, their troops were organized, but generally, they would never be on the ground. The people of Eleonora fought in the skies in wars, if it so should happen, because they mostly were capable of magic, or they would fight with assassins. There was a secret order named the Invisarin, to which you have access to that information, which were responsible for infiltration missions and such that had historical importance, or had or were important in like to gather magical artifacts or dangerous magical artifacts. But they fought a total of 0 wars. No one challenged Eleonora. Eleonora did not challenge anyone. And when I say this is, there was the occasional incursion, apparently, of Tazaroth, which was the ruler of Mirkthul, where humans, the humans' territory of origin. Tazaroth, the Green Tyrant, often tried to push the borders up to Eleonora, but was met with heavy resistance. Tazaroth fought dirty, with poison, with wyverns and drakes and draconians that flew above, in armies of kobolds that were on the ground, ruled or commanded by more draconians, which were this hybrid, you learn, between it's kind of like a dragonborn with more dragon, let's say. Aside from that, there was the Winter's Brood up north. Just white dragons, extremely violent. They employed no tactics. They hunted and destroyed. And then there was Bilderog that had hordes of orcs enslaved beneath her. Very violent and barbaric way of fighting. Ended up not being very successful for her once again against Alanora. No one managed to breach that territory. However, Alanora is recorded to have fallen greatly to some disaster. And it was the first place to fall to this disaster. In the dissipation of the Age of Dragons, you find that after this great disaster, Tazaroth managed to gain ground, but was met with resistance afterward. And Tazaroth survived this disaster.
So, do we know in this disaster the dragons fought together?
No. There's no hint of that in the book. On an
Okay.
18, searching through it and combining with other books, there's no hint to it. But the main thing that you've gathered here is that Tazaroth survived. Alanor, nobody knows where Alanor went. And this great disaster took most dragons, but Tazaroth survived.
Okay.
But that's what you find on the armies and things that they had available at the time. Anyone else?
I want to search about nightmares.
Search about nightmares. What specifically about nightmares?
Both how they might show up and also stories, occurrences, like events where a lot of people had nightmares, stuff like that.
All right. So for that, I'm gonna say the most appropriate of the books that there is for you here is, it's probably History of the Mind. This book is has been written. It's kind of a strange book, first of all, in appearance. It feels recent compared to the other ones. I need you to roll an investigation check for me. You can have advantage if you have someone help you in this as well.
Help.
Your help.
Take
We
my
have
help.
triple.
Natural 20 for
Perfect.
24.
Okay. All right. So that's gonna unlock a lot.
Nice.
Right. So
Can you look at my books too?
the history of the mind has a few chapters on dreams and nightmares for sure. Now it has some interesting takes on it, which are the powers that dreams hold. First of all, so divination powers in the sense of dreaming of something that might happen in the future, or even something that's happening right now. So the book approaches this as in, well, if dreams have some form of power, right, then nightmares will have this power. And the book makes an important distinction between a bad dream and a nightmare. So a nightmare is classified in a book as a full-on night terror or horror, in the sense that you get sleep paralysis, or in the sense that you wake up fully distressed, while a bad dream is identified as something just bad that happens. For example, you are a hero in your dream and you lose to the bad guy, and this is classified as a bad dream. Now, the powerful difference that is denoted here, or I would say the powerful difference that is noted in the book is that a nightmare has greater power over you physically, in the sense that whilst a dream might lift your spirits after you wake up, a nightmare may have a physical effect on you. And the book studies the possibilities of, and this is where it trails off into just kind of a hint at the end, that a nightmare may be transferred fully into reality. In the sense that a nightmare that you've had, if felt enough, may have the power to manifest itself physically because it causes a physical impact on you. This is kind of the angle that it takes in the book, which is an interesting angle. And with your natural 20, it seems to be that nightmares more easily come into reality or manifest themselves into reality the weaker you are in your mind state, the more broken you are. And you know that the ability to manifest something is, magically exists, and that your magic comes from a combination of your mind and kind of your personality and your spirit. So why wouldn't a nightmare be able to do that? And you make the connection now between, and this will be the result of a natural 20, and you may reach this epiphany as you want, Emily, or as Emily imagines it. You have felt that the things that the insanity that you felt in those moments where Emily was doing a little bit worse, and with everything that happened, you have truly felt that it was part of you, but there was something else there. But the way that it meshed so easily with it, with the alien part, with the personal part, it's like it was part of you at some point. And you have a sense which would cause which would cause full instinctual confirmation that the Weaver is mortality's creation and not something that came from elsewhere. It comes from you.
Mm-hmm.
And with that comes another danger, that it is, as long as you exist, so will it. And those that carry it the heaviest will bring it also the heaviest to the places that they're in. And you can't help but look at Vesper in that moment.
Mm-hmm. All right.
More?
Anything else?
Um.
Can I search something quick?
Go ahead.
It's about the kind of magic to teleport. I mean,
Right?
Violet wouldn't know the name or
Conjuration
anything.
magic. Yeah.
Conjuration magic. What are the limits to it? What can the Arcanist do?
Roll investigation check for me again.
Help?
Help.
Go help.
Help.
Can I have help?
You have help.
I can
Knowing
help.
things?
Everyone
okay.
helps.
Also work.
I'll say that you guys can roll with advantage all the time. You'll help each other.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
friends.
I suck at investigation.
What is it? I have a +1.
10.
10. All right, but you have advantage now, Ray, because of the Mithril of the Root.
That's on history and religion.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a 10. I'm gonna say that even on the books you find here, which there are conjuration, some magic related books here. It is hard for you to understand its limitations when the Grand Arcanist has been painted as she has. A woman of legendary capability that has broken the limits of what conjuration magic can do more than once in her life.
Okay. so she can do everything she wants.
She's just too strong.
Yeah. Can you tell me the name of all the books that we have?
There are a few I can tell you, sure. I'll say this. Roll a perception check for me.
Come on.
I'll tell you.
Advantage?
No, this one will be by yourself.
No, now that I have a +5. Come on.
God, always complaining, this woman.
13.
Okay, so do you notice one that is kind of, it catches your eyes or your eye because it's related to Vesper in a way.
Only one eye?
Yeah, it's called The Wildlands, The Whys, Whos, Whens, and Whats. Then you also encounter Dragonology, the first volume. And The Greatest Cities, A Historical View. I just gave you 3 randomly.
Can I quickly check Dragonology to know if there's any hints about any dragon still alive?
For sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me. Or if someone else wants to roll, they can roll.
Please! Please! Anyone
I have a
with high
+1.
investigation?
Anybody have anything better?
In an investigation, right?
Yeah.
I have a +4. I'll do it.
With
Yeah.
advantage. 'Cause
Yeah.
I help.
Yeah. 21.
21. So at the time that Dragonology was written, Dragonology, the first volume, was written, there was already there was only one dragon known to be alive, that lived in the Wildlands. You've known, or I think you've discussed this. I think Wiley told you. I might be wrong, but anyway, that this dragon has since been killed by the guild. Some time ago, more than a year ago. I forget the exact timing. I'm sorry, but it's like 2 years or something ago. It was killed, by the guild. So that was the last known dragon. And in the first volume, he was still alive when it was written, and he was very violent. Was worshipped as a god by a tribe that kind of lived around its lair. And is there anything aside from this? Is there any other information that you're seeking about the dragons?
About dragons. Do you guys have anything?
How they sleep.
Dragons do not sleep.
How they die.
It seems that the most effective way to kill a dragon, according to Dragonology, the first volume, would be to stab it through the heart or pierce it through the heart in some way.
Dragon's Dogma.
Known dragon tombs.
Known dragon tombs. Interesting. On a 21, I don't know if I should give you this. I'll roll another d20 for me, Emily.
D20.
Just a random d20.
$12.
Yeah, there is one that you kind of catches your attention because of what Violet mentioned before. Tazaroth's tomb is beneath Herskellen.
Where's her skeleton again?
Capital city, or excuse me, is beneath Heatherlig, which is the capital city of Herskellen. Herskellen is the human kingdom originally. Now, obviously, there's tons of other people there. But yeah, beneath Heatherlig, there is
this
a tomb
is
for Tazaroth.
outside the table. On the first campaign, the cave, it had something to do with Tazaroth, right?
Yes, I can clarify that. On campaign 1, the cave you were in was Razaroth's lair. Razaroth was one of Tazaroth's offspring.
Cool. Okay. About the dragonology thing, also anything about how much time a dragon egg can, how much time is
Yeah.
the
Dragon egg
time?
will only hatch under specific conditions. They are mostly unknown.
Of course.
There are no dragon eggs left to study. But what has survived, knowledge that has survived, is that they can only hatch under very specific conditions. Meaning, I'm not talking about like temperature and humidity. That's not what I mean. It is speculated that very specific conditions in the world must be assembled for a dragon egg to hatch.
Okay. Do we know? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go.
I was just thinking, because Agnar mentioned the horn thing in the temple that could control a dragon, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
Can I find anything else about any other information or anything that Vesper might know from her training?
Okay, so if you want to search additional information, I will have you roll investigation. If you want to call upon your training, history, your choice.
Where's the history? They're both +1, so
No, but you have advantage now with
On the
history.
investigation.
yeah.
Oh,
You will-
right.
Still +1.
But you will have
Just,
advantage on the investigation
On
if you want as well.
Investigation.
It's whatever pool of knowledge you're trying to pull from.
Did Vesper already know about the horn before?
No.
No. I'll try to look for some.
Very well, investigation check. Go ahead and roll.
13.
13. So you go to the Wildlands, the whys, the whos, whens, and whats, and you find indeed information regarding your temple. Now, you are specifically looking in this Ajagari temple section, you are specifically looking for this item. And indeed, you find its name. It's called the Dragon's Call. Now, the Dragon's Call, now you have a little bit more specific knowledge on it, has the potential to make a dragon submit to you in some way. Now, this is very vague. It's very vaguely put, in the sense that you're not sure if, like, the dragon, you just blow on the horn and the dragon, hey, you're my boss now, or if the dragon can fight it, or if the dragon, right there's a, or if it's just like it does one task for you. You're unsure, but what is really said is that specifically it will make the dragon more susceptible to your suggestions, for sure, 100%. You also find out that after what is classified as a terrible murder, the dragon's skull has been hidden somewhere within the Ajagari temple. Whilst before it was exhibited because it was a piece of an artifact that was bestowed by a dragon onto the people, onto the monks of the Ajagari temple thousands of years ago. It is a
Which dragon gave it to us?
unfortunately, on the
Dang it.
13, the book does not hold which dragon. It is lost information.
Do we know, or do we need to ask, when was this murder? Was it before or after the shattering, or the...
For this book to be talking about it, so kind of, with certainty, it was way after the shattering.
Okay. So after the shattering, they were looking for something to control a dragon still.
We know it was the twins' dad that wanted.
Yeah, but we don't know if the twins' dad was working for...
Right.
We know who.
Actually, you do.
Oh, we do, okay.
Yeah, if you remember correctly, Agnar mentioned to you that his eyes were gone.
Oh,
So
that's right. He didn't he pull his own eyes out
Yeah,
or something like
he
that?
gouged them out. You can tell that you've seen this behavior. Let's say.
There's a trend.
Yeah.
So that can be something they are still searching for, and something they can go for to find again, right? I'm talking to the party, not the DM.
Right.
I know.
I mean,
wouldn't
if they
answer
want,
that.
if he wanted it badly enough that he was, you know, I wouldn't put it past for the twins to even try to go after it too.
But we would have to know. So, okay, if they had it already, if they were able to find it, would we know?
They'd probably
don't
have
know.
a dragon somewhere.
As of right now, it would
That's
be
why he's
impossible.
blue.
It would be impossible to know if they have it.
Mhm.
But because maybe the ones who hide it again were the guild members, the Agnar and Wiley, maybe, or they were not Agnar and Wiley, Agnar and Willow. They were the ones, or at least they were involved in hiding the thing again, because they were there. Maybe the guild knows something.
Well, the guild is
Because the
now
guild is
gone,
dead.
though, right?
There's no guild anymore. But maybe Wiley knows, and maybe it can be a spot for them to attack.
I mean, it could be a place that we could go visit.
Yeah. So there's something.
Right, you've identified a point of interest, right? The Ajagari Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Ajagari?
Ajagari?
Yeah.
Ajagari. This one, this temple was Vesper's temple, right?
Correct.
Does it start with an age?
No. A.
Okay.
A, I think.
Okay. Just one more, another more question. Maybe on the greatest cities, I don't know where it could be found. Any more very powerful being that they might take?
So, first of all, the knowledge of Tazaroth's tomb placement was done by cross-referencing Dragonology, the first volume, which speaks of some of the first dragons, with On Tyrants and Teachers, with the greatest cities. It is believed that Tazaroth's tomb is beneath Heather Lake. And it is believed that it were the humans, the first humans, the first few sons of the Verndari dynasty, which are the ones that rule over Haskellen. They were the ones that put her there as a kind of reminder of what the shit that they had to go through, because they were the ones who killed her. Now, as for the other cities, I'm gonna have to ask for another roll. You guys decide who wants to roll on this.
Investigation again?
Yeah, investigation again.
Go,
Emily.
Emily, go.
And with
brainer.
speed reading, it makes sense. She's the one with the extra bit of information, right?
Yeah.
23.
Okay. There are no beings on the greatest city that are like, super powerful, whatever. But you learn a little bit about the cities of the world in your speed read of that, and there's one that catches your eye as well, which is the city of Gand. The city of Gand is in Karajamas, so north of where you are. It is one of the 5 great cities, which you are familiar with, of course. Both you and Hasdral would know of its existence. It is said that Gand holds the most accurate, precise record of history in the entire world. So there is a great library in Gand which would be a great source of knowledge. not everyone can access it. It is sealed, and most of the important things can only be accessed by the governing council of Kerej Imaz. But the city of Gand holds most of it. It is a city where history, philosophy, and some of these more socially oriented sciences are studied, and it is known to be. There are a lot of very intellectual people in Gand. Let's put it that way, and a few nerds. You also read about Owaza a little bit. Regarding Owaza, the most important thing that you find is the Ravi Gahad. So the Ravi Gahad is the temple that you guys saw, or excuse me, not temple, but the large building with a ruby crystal on top. You learn that the Ravi Gahad is a very important part and point of the ritual that passes on the kind of I'm gonna, it's not this, okay, but I'm gonna call it this to facilitate explaining the spirit of whatever is in an emperor onto the next emperor. And this is the only place where the ritual can be performed, and it needs to be performed at high noon as well.
Is there anything about the Empress there, Diana?
Not about the Empress specifically. No, this really just speaks about the cities,
the city.
in kind of important places in the cities. You also learn a little bit about Noab Thoraz, the capital city of the Dark Elven Kingdom of Trahadare. You learn of the night spell that surrounds it, how it's constantly enveloped in night, and that this is a vestige of the ascension of one of the gods, or goddess in this case. And you also learn that the city has had a tumultuous history and has been defended against orc attacks and other creatures for hundreds of years now, and it still holds strong. It is also home to what is generally, or in the book is mentioned as the most powerful assortment of wizards in the continent. And you learn of Pelendan, the free city of Pelendan, how it was built by an old family. The name is obscured. Built by an old family, ruled by a guild and a protector. And there's obviously, it's during when the book was written, the city was up, not destroyed. So it speaks of the way of life there and the gathering of many peoples. But also, it speaks of another interesting thing that you learn on the 23. And that interesting thing is that the city is said to have been built where it was for a reason. It was built on top of what is said to be the remains of a fireball that was sent down to Idas by Thader, the god of hate, when he was ascending. And it is said that the city was built on that specific remain of that rock for a reason, but the reason is unknown.
Cool.
It's all yours.
Okay. So we have another place that we can visit. Maybe it's going to be useless, but the city of Gand, right?
Mm-hmm.
The library would be nice.
If it has the most accurate record of history in the entire world, it can be. It can have something about that specific war, or maybe not. Maybe it's only on the Shattering book. We do not know, but it's something to talk about with Wiley.
Emily, knowing what you know, is there anything you would like to add to this?
I'll be honest, it is late, and so my brain is not braining anymore.
Very, very well.
I would maybe request that we stop here, and throughout the week we think about other things that we want to ask.
All right,
so
yeah,
we
that's
have more
why.
time.
That's exactly why I was asking you. If you have any
Yeah.
last input or thing that you wanted to tell the group,
Mhm.
you could. But if not, I was gonna close it out because we're already over time now, and we've made up for the time that we didn't play in the beginning because of the tech issues. So
Sorry about that.
it's all fine. It's all
All
fine.
good.
Now, one thing, you guys have with you essentially all the information you need to either figure out what the next move of the weave might be, or one of the next moves. So now you can discuss it along with each other on your group chat. We will end the session here, and then on the next week, you guys can give us out or can give Wiley the result of your discussion. All right. Also, regarding your other plan, remember Wiley has asked for it to be executed within the current day in the game.
Mhm.
Okay.
So also consider that within your plans and how it might affect everything. All right?
Mhm.
Very well. So, we end today's session here.
Yay.
Amazing job, guys. Today was a more relaxed episode. The calm before the storm.
The shopping episode.
Yeah.
Shopping
We
episode.
gotta treat ourselves.
Shopping and reading episode. And also the song, obviously. That we got to remove the insanity from Hashral.
I got serenaded today.
That
I
was
can
sick.
die happy.
A dream come true.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you to anybody who's watching out there, be it on YouTube, be it on Twitch,
Thank you.
or listening in on Spotify. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Next week, we will be back on Saturday, as regularly scheduled. So you guys don't have to worry about schedule changes no more. Until then, try not to go insane. Apparently it sucks. Or do it and then ask Fish to serenade you out of it. Or just, pay her to do it. I don't know, something. You don't get to be Emily's friend like Hashdral is. So, fuck you. Anyway, take care. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.